it's Megan from Grim Planner, and I am back today with another plan with me. It has been, I think, about a month since I have put up a plan with me. I believe the last one I did was from the beginning of February, and this is now for the very first week of March. It has been not like a super crazy past month, but between like the weekend of Valentine's Day up until like just this past week, I just have been really kind of off my game on things. I have been having to catch up on a lot of stuff, including getting my filling in weeks, because I didn't touch it for probably like a solid 2 weeks. I hadn't touched my planner at all. And I don't even have like really good excuses for that, except that I was traveling. And then the week after I got back from traveling, my husband was in Newark for the week. And when he is gone, I just become like this blob that just, I don't know, I lose any and all motivation that I could possibly have when he is traveling. It is the most annoying thing about myself, I think, my personal opinion. But yeah, so this is the week again of the first week of March, 2nd through the 8th. I am actually going to go ahead and just do a quick flip through and just show you the weeks that I had not planned. I had not filmed any planning for, and starting with the week of Valentine's Day. So this is the Let's Plan It kit. And I think I've already forgotten the name of this kit. Hold on, I should have prepared better. Story of my life. This is Sherry. So this is the Mon Chéri or Sherry kit. And I really liked just the really bold black, white, and red for this. We didn't even do anything special for Valentine's Day. We had our nieces for that whole weekend, which was an experience in and of itself, but it was a good experience. We had a great time. The girls were amazing. They're my nieces, Amelia and Lila. Their parents were spending the weekend up north, so we went ahead and offered to take them. And again, we just had a really great weekend. We had a lot of fun. We played a lot of Mario Kart and Mario Party and ate a bunch of junk food. I even myself got those nachos Lunchables that I haven't had in so long, and we got some Nutty Buddy bars or nutty peanut butter bars. I don't remember what they're called. So yeah, this was a fun week. I was reading Silent Patient in the Green River Running Red book, which I haven't finished because I didn't even go to that book club because I was out of town. So I need to finish it, but The Silent Patient was amazing, and I listened to that on Audible. And then this next week, this is, and again, I just don't know it off the top of my head. I don't know where I put all the stickers. This kit, I believe, is from Pretty Organized Plans, and I do not know the name of this kit. I'd asked for everybody's opinion on what kit I should use for the week that I was in Las Vegas. So it was this kit here, and I will talk a bit more about that. I'm going to try to talk my way through this planning and just kind of catch you guys up on a few things that has been going on. So yeah, that one was not what I wanted to do, but I didn't really have like the perfect Vegas kit. But this was nice to jump in and have something bright and fun and a bit more spring-like, especially because it was really nice weather while we were there. And then the last week of, the very, very last week of February, this is another LPI kit. As you guys know, I love LPI. And this is her Katie kit. I thought this would just make a really nice, clean transition into March. And February pretty much was the end of my like winter kits. It was 60 degrees here yesterday and sunny, and it was amazing. So I'm I'm transitioning into spring type kits. I'm over winter kits. I'm over winter. I am usually a winter person, but I am just sick of it and I'm ready to just be warm. As you can see, it's kind of only partially done. I didn't do any meal planning because I didn't really meal plan. I just kind of, whatever I could manage to do for myself while my husband was out of town. So I played a lot of Sims 4 this week. So you'll see Sims 4, Sims 4, Sims 4. I played Sims 4 somewhere in here, but I did not put that in there. So yeah, that was Sims 4 and Criminal Minds were pretty much all that took up my the week that Mark was out of town. And then I had also used, I did film a haul, I think last week, so I need to get that up, or this past week. And so that includes these super cute pumpkin paper stickers. So I have a couple of those that I used for the first time, and that was really fun. So yeah, let's go ahead and I am going to jump into this week. This week here is from Sticky Sloth Designs. And for the 1 millionth time, I have no idea what the name of this kit was. I picked this kit up, I think Black Friday. I think. It's been a long time. I actually have a couple of kits that look similar to this. I thought that the blues, but with the florals, was again another nice transition. It's not super springy here like today. It's cooler and it's like a cool and wet out there. It's like 55 degrees. So, but just not winter. So the blue always kind of gives me March feels. Like when I think of March, I think of blue kits. And not to say that I have a bunch of blue kits for this month, but when I was trying to think, okay, what's the perfect kit for the first week of March, I decided this one was good, using gold foil. Do other people try to like switch up their foil? So it's like you do gold one week and silver another week and whatnot. Because I try to, but I think like this week here and then the last 2 weeks were gold foil. Yeah. So it's been 3 weeks of gold. But whatever, I don't really care. So this is the rest of the stickers for Sticky Sloth Designs I've got to do. And then I pulled some Peachy Plans, these little asterisks. I'm gonna see if I can make work in there. Some Saucy Stickers Co, Harriet Wright Designs, and Clever Gal Crafts. And then I spent last night going through and pulling my stickers for the week so that I had that done. So let's go ahead and we'll jump into this, and I'll just, again, like I said, kind of catch you up on what's been going on with me. All right, so I tried doing this kind of just talking as I was planning, but I was finding myself really distracted, so I decided to go ahead and just film or record this voiceover over it. Like I said, I'm just going to fill you in on what's been going on and why I haven't really been posting videos for anything. It's just been like the week of Valentine's Day, I had like class and I had to work. And then we had our nieces for the weekend. And so because we had them for the weekend, I didn't really have time to pack until like Sunday night, which is usually when I film. But I didn't get a chance to do that. And I'm kind of disappointed because I really wanted to film with my husband and do like a relationship kind of like one of those like questionnaires that you'd see on Facebook. I thought that would be a lot of fun to talk about like our relationship and how we met and stuff like that, but it just didn't work out. And then by the time I got home, and it'd probably been like solid 2 weeks before I even touched my planner. Like I was gone for a week and then I was back. But then the week after we came back from Vegas, my husband was in Newark. And when he's gone, I'm just like the most useless human being in the world. So I didn't do much of anything. So it took me a while to be able to like sit down and really work in my planner. And I know I could have like done like a back plan for it, but I just didn't. But anyway, I'll tell you guys a bit about my trip to Vegas, especially because this past week that you guys are watching here, it was not that interesting of a week. So let me tell you about my trip to Vegas. It was my very first time going. My husband had a work trip that he had to go for. So I decided to go with him, and I'd never been. And so this just seemed like the perfect time because like the hotel room and everything was paid for. Well, I say the hotel room and everything, but I had to pay for my own flight out there and then for my food that I wanted to eat. So we got in on Monday and we were staying in the Venetian Palazzo um, Tower. And we got in, my husband went straight to his conference. I had lunch at the Grand Lux Cafe, and then I just like chilled for the rest of the day because I was so tired from flying. It's funny because I love to visit places. I love going different places. I hate traveling. I hate flying, to be honest. Flying is so uncomfortable. I just told my husband, I was like, we need to work to be first class flyers. Like, I think that's the only way I can make this reasonable because like you're sitting in these uncomfortable seats. Like, how it's 2020. How do we not have better flights? How do we not have more comfortable seating on airplanes? It's like they started from the beginning and called it good. Um, so that's my big struggle. Although I did a cross country trip a couple years ago to California and that was fun, except that I'm like, I will never do that again, except that I would love to do like an East Coast during the fall, like drive up the East Coast. We'll just have to take like our Forerunner because our car, while it's a really nice car, it's just not that comfortable for sitting in for 3 days straight as you drive through the desert. Um, so, yes, back to Vegas. We went to dinner that night at Senor Frog's, which was funny to me because I told my husband if he wanted to invite some of his coworkers to go with us, he could. And that's where they chose to go. And I'm like, we are in the Venetian with maybe like 20 plus restaurants, and you guys choose to not only leave the hotel, but to go to Senor Frog's. I've never been to a Senor Frog's, but I don't feel like I was missing out on much. I mean, it's just that basic like chain style. And Patrick was like, I just wanted to get a beer. And I'm like, and apparently Senor Frogs is the only place in all of Vegas to get a beer. And it took us like 20 minutes to cross the street because you couldn't cross the street in front of the Palazzo Tower. You had to like walk a block down, take some escalators up and cross over, like take like a bridge. And I mean, it's like escalators and escalators and escalators. And I'm like, I couldn't just cross the street in front of the hotel to Senor Frogs, which was right there. Um, but we had fun just picking on my husband's boss, Patrick, who like tell him he needs to get my husband a promotion and a raise and all that kind of stuff. And we had a good time though. And then on Tuesday, I was so tired. Um, I got up with my husband and we went down to well, he went to his conference. He doesn't eat breakfast, so I went to breakfast at the Grand Lux, and which is pretty much the only place I ate. Not really, but kind of. And they had this French toast that was amazing. I have been on the hunt to find the best French toast in West Michigan, and I found it in Vegas. It's exactly how French toast should be, like really thick cut brioche bread, and it's like eggy custardy on the inside and sweet. And oh my God, I loved it. And then I spent the day just wandering the second floor of the Venetian, both towers, checking out their Grand Canal shops. And that took me probably like a solid 2 hours to just wander around looking at these shops. Um, I like they had everything that you can imagine in there. There was a place they had I cannot think of the name of it. They had a tattoo parlor there where you can go and get like flash tattoos and stuff. And I was gonna do it. It was like $100 starting, and I thought about having a little Capricorn symbol done. But I was like, I don't know how my husband will feel about me spending like $100 on this. But I wasn't gambling. Like I didn't gamble at all, and I really didn't shop at all, except just wandering through all the different stores. I did spend money. They had a Honolulu cookie company there, and my husband went to Honolulu twice last year and brought me back cookies, and it's so stinking good. I love their cookies. So I had him. So when I saw that there was a Honolulu cookie company, I was like, oh, I got to get me some cookies. And I guess people say that Vegas is the ninth island of Honolulu or Hawaii because it has the second largest, um, I don't know the right word for it, but like the largest group of Hawaiians, like natural born Hawaiians living in Vegas. And so, and sure enough, when I talked to a lot of people like in the shops, a lot of them were from Hawaii. And so I spent a couple hours doing that. And then that night we had a kind of a team dinner with like Mark's direct boss and then some of their coworkers who were there, and then one who wasn't at the conference, but he lived in Vegas, so he came and had dinner with us. And we went to Black Tap, which was this burger place that had like really big, like those out of control like shakes, which we didn't get. But that was really good, and we could see the Mirage from where we were, and there was like some kind of fire scene thing going on outside, which was pretty cool. And then on Wednesday, I went to Siegfried and Roy's Secret Garden and Dolphin Habitat, which was so much fun. It was at the Mirage, which was pretty. It was pretty close to the hotel. Like I just had to cross the street. I just walked all the way from the Palazzo Tower to the Venetian Tower and left from there, and I could cross the street like directly in front from there. So I went over there, and it was the dolphins were so cute. They don't do like actual like shows. You can just watch training sessions, and they're constantly changing them up. So I watched some of those, and this was just on my own. And then they have like a big cat like habitats thing, which there's like one of each, and there was a tiger that was doing nothing, a leopard that was doing nothing. They had a white tiger that was like really active, but kind of in that anxious pacing kind of way, which is really depressing. And I looked to make sure like they did conservation work, because I don't tend to like to go to places that do it just for the sheer fact of getting money. I like if I know that they're doing conservation work and making people aware of the different dangers that the different animals face. Um, but it was still just really small, like especially for the big cats, like their habitats just didn't seem that big. And like they should have a separate space, like indoors or away from people to go. And I saw the doors leading to them, and I don't know if they could actually go in there, but they didn't. They didn't have those open, so they had to like be outside. And I know at the zoo around, like in my town, and this is like outside the city. I live outside of the city, but in the city I live, they have like there are times that you will not see the animals because they're like indoors or in a private section, and they let them come and go as they please. So you're not guaranteed to see these animals when you go to the zoo. Um, but like I said, the dolphins were cute. One was like playing fetch by himself. Like he had like this toy and he kept like popping it out of his mouth and then chasing after it. And then eventually this other dolphin came up and just swooped up from underneath of him and grabbed the toy. And they were cute. Watching the people interact, like the trainers, and it was just like they're like dogs. Like they're just like these cute little dogs. I wanted to do a meet and greet, but it was real expensive, so I didn't. And then from there, I walked over to In-N-Out Burger. I probably walked a mile to get In-N-Out Burger, which seems like not much, but it's surprising, like, because it's so condensed in downtown Vegas, but it's a long walk to get anywhere. And somebody else was saying that they experienced the same thing. Like, they were surprised how time consuming it can be to get anywhere. And then that night I had to do dinner on my own because my husband had like the big team dinner with like his boss's boss, and so I wasn't invited to that. So I went to the Grand Lux for dinner, and they had this fried avocado salad that had this honey lime dressing, and it was massive and it was amazing. So then Thursday was really our last day in Vegas. My husband only had to be in his conference in the morning. And then when he got done, we decided to go to Madame Tussauds. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. I did get up Thursday morning and had French toast again, since it was my last time I was going to be able to have French toast there. And then we went to Madame Tussauds, and I just like, it wasn't what I expected. And it was a little cheap feeling, and even though it was not cheap to get into it, um, I just expected more, and I don't know why. And it just felt like tacky, I guess. Then again, it's Vegas. And if Vegas is known for anything, it's being tacky as shit. Um, I went to bed really early that night, and we went back to the Grand Lux because my husband's like, anywhere you want to go, it's just you and I tonight. Let's go for dinner wherever you want to go. And I was like, I just can't stop thinking about the salad. I need to go eat the salad again. So we went back and had that salad. And then we came home on Friday. During that week, I was reading this book called The Turn of the Key, which a friend had recommended after I finished The Silent Patient, and it was so good. I listened to it on Audible, which I usually only use Audible for true crime and like autobiographies. Um, But I read this, like I listened to it on the plane and stuff, and it was so stinking good. I just like, whenever I was in the hotel room, I just had it. Even I think I wandered, when I was wandering through the canal shops, I think I had my headphones in. No, no, not when I was doing that, but like a couple mornings when I was down at breakfast, I would pop my headphones in and I would listen to the book, and it was super good. So, kind of, if you've read The Silent Patient, or you like mystery thriller type books, check out both Silent Patient and The Turn of the Key. The Silent Patient is, I think, by Alex Michaelides, and then The Turn of the Key was Ruth Ware. And then getting home that weekend, we just did not much except for we had game night with our friends on Sunday night. And then the following week, my husband was in Newark, New Jersey, which, again, as I said, I just become like this bump on a log when he's gone. It took everything I had just to like convince myself to get up and go to class and stuff. Um, so yeah, then the first week of March, I think, I'm just flipping over here. Yeah, which is this that I'm planning. It was a pretty good week. Not a whole lot that I did. Monday the 2nd was like sunny and like the first warmish kind of day we've had in Michigan. So I was like up and at 'em. I was ready to just get shit done. And then last Wednesday, um, my mom and I went and got tattoos. And I'm going to say this again when I go back to live, but I left a big gap open waiting to get some stickers that fit perfectly for getting the tattoos. And then we had a birthday party that weekend for my twins. My twins, my niece and nephew, they turned 4 last week. If you're looking at the screen right now, you can see like my film haul and Sonic for lunch. These this spread, I think, nope. One of the first spreads though that I've used, um, Pumpkin Paper Co.'s stickers. I hauled them, and I have a haul that needs to go up for that. And I loved those stickers. Like, I was like, I need more of these. I love, love, love her stickers. There's just something so cute about them. I like that they're not too small, but they're not too big to take up room. Like, especially the week that Mark was in Newark, I did nothing. So I needed like bigger stickers to take up space. So my planner didn't just look super empty. And I like that hers works for that too. Sunday, I went to my very first ever political rally, Sunday the 8th. Bernie Sanders was in town, so I went and saw him, and it was like really last minute. I didn't know he was going to be in town, and then I got up, I put the dogs out, and then I went and laid in the guest bedroom so Zelda could lay down with my husband, and so she could be in my side of the bed, because I spoil my dogs so bad that I'm like, you can get in bed and I'll go lay in the guest bedroom. So I did that, and I was on my phone and I saw that there was going to be a rally like in less than an hour, like is when the doors opened for it. So I got my husband up and we went down there and saw it. And that's just like a really surreal kind of moment. I don't think I've ever really seen politicians ever like up close and personal. I mean, not that up close and personal, but like I've ever seen them speak in person, except for local city council members, which I don't even got started on. But getting to see him and hear him, and just like, he has the potential to be like the next president, and whoever. It was just a really cool experience to be able to enjoy. And um yeah, we had a really good time, and it was just amazing to see like people of all like ages and races and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it was a really big crowd of people. And then Jesse Jackson, Reverend Jesse Jackson was there. And then that night, he was in Ann Arbor at University of Michigan with AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, which I was like, oh, I wish I'd known. I would have just driven down to Ann Arbor instead, because I would like to see her speak. But it was such a good day on Sunday. The weather was perfect, and we took the dogs for a nice long walk, and then we grilled brats, and it's just been nice. So that's kind of me just catching you guys up on everything. Um, I will try to get back on track in doing all of the like planning and filming all of my plan with me's they're not the like most terribly exciting things, but this is fun. My husband asked me the other day, he's like, "Are you trying to make it like a career, make money off this, or this is a hobby?" And I'm not trying to judge you, just whatever you have to say. I'm just curious. And I'm like, it's really just a hobby. Like, this is just a way for me to be creative in the best way that I know how to be creative, which requires a lot of structure because that's just how I am. I'm more controlling than I wish I was. So this has been a really fun way to do it. But it's going to go live again. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you guys again in just a moment. All right, that is it for the week. You will notice this massive blank spot here. My mom and I actually went and had tattoos done that day, and I am kind of looking for the perfect sticker for that right now. I've reached out to Peachy Plans, Allie, to see if she can make some tattoo gun stickers, and hopefully she'll have those out soonish so I can get those from her and I can put those down, because I just really want something that, like, not just like just another little symbol type of thing that's for a tattoo. That means a lot to me and my mom. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this plan with me. If you guys want to see some close-ups of this along with any of the other weeks that I have not actually, that I didn't film but just showed here, please check out my Instagram page at Grim Planner, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.